Rock over London, rock on Chicago, Folgers, it's good to the last drop. So alright, okay, something new for today, bringing you massive value as I would say with no delay. So what I gotta talk about today is gonna be the multiverse. Talking about different parallel realities and going into how to shift realities. Talking about how to make a shift. And what I'm talking about is a shift to moving up. To moving more into light out of darkness, moving more into information out of disinformation, moving more into unity and peace out of disorganization, division, and hate. And talking about moving into money and wealth away from being broke, moving into abundance, moving out of being broke. So if you like what I'm talking about, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like button. Comments or questions are cool. And make sure you sign up for the mailing list. Link at the top of the comments. Imagine a world where you are a billionaire. And then imagine another world where you're broke. Imagine a world where you are an athlete. Imagine a world where you are a famous artist. All these are possible if you can imagine it. As many wise people once said, you're not going to see it until you believe it. And most people think they're not going to believe it until they see it. But if you can see it, it's a possibility. If you can think it, it's a possibility. So yeah, there's a lot of different words people have used throughout the years to describe that. I think the most common term that I hear is the multiverse theory. So basically the multiverse theory states that there are multiple parallel universes. In one universe, a person lives as, a rich, wealthy person that has everything they want, they're always happy. And in another universe, it's the exact opposite. And some people say that in this theory that all these dimensions or universes are existing at the same time. Some people say that a person can shift from one universe to another, one reality to another. But basically, it's a theory that explains this concept. And this concept all comes down to really understanding your mind better, understanding the power of your mind, understanding what people are capable of, and understanding what you want in life. So looking at it from a perspective of multiple reactions to one event. So basically, one event can have different reactions. And depending on how a person reacts to that one event, depends on what universe or reality they're living in. And if they react to an event in a different way, they would be living in a different reality as a result of that. So it all comes down to really how people perceive and react to events in their daily lives. Some people's vision of being wealthy, their reality of being wealthy means winning the lottery. Other people's reality of being wealthy means starting a successful company. So it's all about what that individual person's reality or version of that reality is that's going to determine really their path. And when they believe in that reality, they're going to make decisions and react to situations a lot differently. So in a way, when you're conscious of this theory, it can really instruct you on how to create your own reality, how to create the things in life that you want, and be where you want to be. And mainly this is moving, away from scarcity and towards abundance. Because who would want to live in a reality of scarcity? Yet many people do. And I'm sure that there's still certain ways I myself do that I don't see. That as I grow and as I evolve, I will become conscious and aware of in the future. But as for now, I can only focus on what I'm aware of. According to this theory, most people are living in one reality, unaware that multiple other realities are taking place. So they can only live in the reality that they're aware of. And as they expand their awareness to other realities, they can step into that life and into those realities. So it's saying basically they're already living in the reality they want to live in. They just don't know it because they're tuned to the frequency of the reality that they're living in. And they just need to learn how to get into that other frequency, to the reality that they want to be in, that's already being played out and already being taken place. So remembering this, it all comes down to the science of quantum mechanics, which is still, for how much it is understood, there's still a lot of things that are misunderstood. And the one really concept I think that can explain this the best from quantum mechanics is the way that an observer can change reality. So as I remember the example, the experiment took place where there were basically like photons, like pieces of energy that can be measured with scientific equipment that were projected across a room, kind of like light is projected across a room. So they projected, and they could measure the path that these different molecules, protons, electrons, whatever you want to call it, were taking. And when no one was in the room observing this, all the particles would move in a certain way. But when they brought somebody into the room to observe, the particles would change their course. So then they tried bringing in like a different person, and it wasn't the same course the particles would take just by having like a person there observing it. They found that depending on who was observing it, the particles would take a different course. So just the observation of someone can change a reality. And that all comes down to really this, like, where their mind is at, like what reality they're living in, like how they carry themselves, like how they use the power that they have on a daily basis. This is a very tough thing to measure, like scientifically. A lot of people want like science, and this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, like it's not about seeing it before you believe it, it's about believing it before you see it. So to me, this is really fascinating stuff to talk about. I really feel like I learn a lot from understanding concepts like this, and I really apply a lot of it to my businesses, as I'm doing right now, just providing value to you. I'm trying to provide my viewers with as much value as possible. And other businesses, I understand, what value people want, what value people need, how I can help people. And that really sets me to be in the reality that I want to be in, where I'm helping people, right? So the more I believe that reality, the more I provide value to people, the more I become a part of that reality. And it's because I'm making conscious decisions to do what I do with my businesses, to build a business a certain way, to provide value to certain people. It's like every aspect of every decision I make over time added up. And, I'm living in the reality that I want to be in for the most part. And if in certain ways it's not like that, I know what I need to do to make it like that. So, I think really for this video, I just wanted to, introduce you to this theory if you weren't aware of it already. And if you were, then maybe you got a little bit more insight about it. But in the next video, what I'm going to do is go in more detail about how you can shift from one reality to another. This is really just, bringing to light the theory that different realities could exist, that people could be living in different realities, not only at the same time, but shift from reality to reality. So, if you got some value out of what I had to tell you, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, you know what to do. I'm out.